So today I'm going to be showing you how to UV map an object in Sketchup using a single texture and then exporting it to Crysis. So first I'll just make a small test object, maybe just a little house, just something simple and easy to identify. Right, drag that up. Right, so there you go. Some nice easy shapes to recognize. Then we're going to select the entire thing, go to Plugins, UV Tools, and export UVs to OBJ. Now you'll want to remember that little path there because that's where it's going to save the object. So maybe write it down or something. Right. Then you're going to want to open your UV mapping software. I use UV Mapper. It's free and it does the job quite well. Navigate to wherever it is, and there should be a su_uv_bridge object. Open that up. Okay, yes, correct it. Generally seems to improve the performance. Now it's put everything on top of each other, and that's not really very useful. So I make a new one, go new UV map box, and press OK. And then it just separates it all into this nice big box. So now if you want to, you can drag them around a bit. This is especially useful on more complex ones, but here it's not really very important. Alright, then go File, Save Model. And, yep, I just leave them all as they are at the moment. It seems to work okay. Now the important thing is you want to save over the old file, because that way the plugin knows exactly where to look. So press save and you want to replace it. Now before you close the mapper, you also want to save the texture map. I save it to the same place as the model. You can make the resolution a bit bigger if you want, but it's not a huge deal. Alright, so save it. And just name it something you'll remember. Now you can close the mapper. Now you want to put the textures onto that particular map, so find where you saved it to, open it up. I use paint.net, it's not particularly important. Later on you probably want to use paint.net, so I just use it because it's easy. We'll just put some colors on there, just so we can identify which part is which. If you're not sure which part is which, you can write some numbers on there, so just as a reference, so you can figure out which face corresponds to which spot. Alright, so then you're going to want to paint them, and then just save it. Save over your old file, that seems to work best. Now, make a new material, and apply that texture we just made to it. So go find it. Yep, down here. UV Tools. Alright, there it is. Open it up. You don't have to resize it or anything, just as long as you're using the texture it seems to work. And paint it onto the entire thing. So there you can see all the little textures. So make sure you've got it all selected. Then go Plugins, UV Tools, Import UVs from OBJ. And there you go. It's mapped them all. Oops, there we are. So it's mapped all the different faces on the image onto the various spots on the model. So we can have a look how it did this. Just go right click texture position. So you can see the entire image there. It's just got that little part lined up and scaled so that it all fits. So that's fairly handy. And that's basically it for the SketchUp side. Now to put it into Crysis, make it a component. And just bar 52. Alright, then export it using PlayUp. There we go. Now before you open it up in Crysis, you want to, especially if you're using a mod, you'll want to go to where the object has been saved. So it's just, there it is, bar 52. And then go into the textures folder and find the texture it's using. And it's currently a TIFF, and CryEngine doesn't like TIFFs. So we'll open it with paint.net. You can use a Photoshop plugin, but Paint.net does it automatically, and save it as a .dds, direct draw surface. Just save it as the same name. Okay. There we go. Now go into Crysis and find the model. I put it in geometric entity. Reload. And there it is. And there's your model. All textured up and ready to go. Now you might be able to see that it's fairly low resolution. See there, you can see the pixels, especially on the number as well. That's just because there's no tiling like there normally is on textures. So it's all just stretching it over a big area. And that's it. Thanks for watching.